Hey, welcome guys back to the channel. I'm your host Maverick, where today we're going to be watching Shield Hero episode 22. So, last episode was the big satisfying conclusion to the, beginning and premise of the entire work, where he was wronged and, had false accusations on him, went through a low period in his life, and now everything is fine, right? He's regained his honor, regained glory, and, everything's looking up. But, in spite of all that, there is actually still an invasion going on, right? We still have to deal with the waves, and our heroes still have to find a way to deal with class, right? So, combined with the title of this episode, which is actually the heroes meeting, you could say, I'm going to guess that they're going to settle their differences and maybe think of some countermeasures in order to fight off the waves. And as well as maybe discuss some of the situations that are happening in other countries as well. And also, another important part for this is for them to raise their powers as well. So now Fumi, now that he has regained his honor and is a proper hero, he can make use of all the facilities and whatnot that are available to him. So probably, class upgrades and whatnot, we'll be seeing some of those in this episode. So let's see if that's true or not and get right into it. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. I'm not missing anything, am I? I don't think he has anything else urgent to do. Like, he doesn't need to actually go to another country now. Where? Oh, and here we go. Upgrading classes. Really? You two? Oh. These two need class upgrades, right? I think Naofumi hasn't maxed out his level yet. I believe he's stuck at 38 or 39. Oh, no, wait, never mind. He's 40 now. Oh! Let them choose freely. What are they going to choose? I'll go back to that part at the very end and see if we have any other choices there. But let me skip this opening first, and I'll see you guys in a second. And back. Oh, wait, what? They're done? Hmm? Oh? Yeah, it's finished. Hmm? Oh? What? What? Yeah. I still can't get over how much she looks like mine. Oh. That was not the right thing to say. But you know, in regards to that part, I'm also kind of I wish I knew more about like what he actually thought. We don't get any internal monologues here. Like the original reason that Naofumi wanted to, well, I guess we can't really say that. He always from the very beginning wanted to go back, but is it specified why? Like as far as we know, his life back in our world isn't really all that interesting either. Okay. Are you sure you only want to do this with the heir to the throne right beside you? Wow. Wait. She's still calling her One-sama? Chimera Archipelago? This gamification system. Why are you guys still keeping her here? Alright, come on. It's... Yeah, thank you. Forget about that. Let's go. Oh?
闘にて効率よくレベルを上げるため、互いの胸筋を開き、情報交換などされてはいかがでしょう。
そんな必要はない。情報交換って言っても話すことなんてないしな。時間の無駄ですね。やっぱりこいつら何も学んじゃいない。
ご理解いただけていないようですので、率直に申し上げましょう。このままでは次の波で、岩谷様以外の勇者様は命を落とします。
Yeah. Lay the truth down to them.
どういう意味だ。
そのままの意味です。前回の波で敗れた勇者様方が次の波で生き残れるとは思えません。
Yeah, the waves are supposed to get stronger and stronger.
残るためには勇者様方の結束が必要不可欠です。この場は
See, here's the thing I don't understand though. If in the past all the different heroes were put into different countries and summoned by different countries, and they were all fighting waves by themselves, then why is it...
そのチート性能の盾は誰が授かった？はあ？
Then why is it that...
お気持ちはわかりますが、ここは冷静に。ええ、私は冷静です。
No, it's these.
冷静にあのゴミを処理します。
いいか。お前らの言うチートの盾など存在しない。地道に努力した結果だ。わかった。俺の知る限りの情報は教える。その代わり、お前たちの情報を先に教えろ。どうしますか？教えるしかないだろう。しょうがねえな。まずは基本だが、伝説の武器と同系統の武器を手にするだけでも複製できるウェポンコピーシステムってのがある。初期はただで強い武器が手に入って助かりましたね。
So these... Like, come on, guys. They are... You already know he doesn't know the basics. Like, come on. Weapon rare to use it. Okay. So is it because they have... Wait, what? So are they using like wrong information themselves as well? Or do they have different... or do they actually have different conditions for each of them? Like, this is actually pretty funny. I mean, this is even worse than an elementary school fight. Okay. So they each have different conditions that they need to meet.
それぞれの生武器特有
Yeah.
のものとしたら少しは信じてみるか。
Oh, wait, what? So belief is what drives this?
宣告出立されました。
昨日のことあいつらにも教えてやろうと思ったんだが後でいいか。
船が停泊している港までは距離もございます。
Seriously? Alright.
どうぞお急ぎください。
じゃ俺たちも出発するか。
ご武運を。
ああ
So where are they going?
せいぜい頑張ってレベル上げてきなさいよ。
Oh, are they going to the archipelago? To,
一緒に行きたかったのではな
you know, take advantage of the XP boost?
私のやるべきことがありますから。
よーあんちゃんこの前の裁判スカッとしたぜ。
Huh. But can now Fumi actually go past the level cap now? Oh. Hey. Rare TC?
できた。できた。じゃねえよ。そんなもん
Yeah.
すごくただの犯罪だ。悪いな親父。おいやめろ。それは高いんだ。ああそれは貴重なやつ。おいその盾はな。こちらも。
Ah, come on, you'll be compensated.
気が済んだか。ああこの礼は必ずする。たくつけといてやっからカルミラ島でしっかり稼いでこいよ。ああ
Yeah, they're going to Kalmyra. Mm,
よし。
okay, leveling up.
直文様、少し寄り道してもよろしいでしょうか。
Oh, this is her village. Her parents.
リファナちゃん。
Ah, Rifana.
ここがラフタリアの故郷か。お前たちが埋葬してくれたのか。ええ。ここにいる皆で協力して。
ラフタリアちゃん。絶対この村を元に戻そうね。
Hmm.
あの二人のように生き残っている者たちがまだどこかにいるはずなのです。その方々のために何かできるようです。
Hmm?
なあ、もしかしてこの村のやつか。いや、ただ立ち寄っただけだ。にしてもひどい目に。
Who are you?
見渡す限り瓦礫の山。坊主のとこも大変だっただろう。どうした坊主。俺はこれでも20歳。ああ、悪いな。俺より年下の弱いやつを強く言うのはバカにすんな。
ラルク。
And we don't even get to see his face? Like, I think it's fairly obvious that that is going to be a foreshadowing of someone else, someone important, but you could have at least let us see his face.
できますを入れましたから。
right now. But what happens if they all want to go back? Oh, if you're gonna think like that, then you're never leaving. So all the heroes are here as well. Yep. Alright. Nice little episode. So it looks like there is still some left after the ending, so let's watch this together in 3, 2, 1, play. Really? Oh, sharing with these other two? Ah, so we do get to see how they look like. Alright. Alrighty, so that last character we saw, if we go back to the opening, we can also see him as well. I guess, I believe he's a scythe-wielding character, and, well, we'll just see who exactly he is, right? Maybe he comes from another nation or whatnot, but, like I said, we'll get to that when we get there. Now, I quite like this episode. It went back to it talking about the mechanics of this actual work, and that's something that I very much like to do research on. A lot of the light novels or web novels that I read, I generally like the works that have this kind of more in-depth explanations of the mechanics of the world and whatnot, and so this is right up my alley. Right now, I was kind of bummed out that we didn't get to see Philos and Raphtalia's class change, but I guess they're saving that for the next episode. What we did get, however, is a better understanding of how the item system in this world works. And also, we got another interesting little, I guess, caveat where apparently you only unlock certain mechanics if you know of them, right? So that I'll talk about that a little bit later. But first of all, let's see. Let's sum up what we know right now, right? So that the items in this world have a item rarity system, it has a proficiency system, and it also has a refinement system. So, taking lots of elements from lots of different RPGs, MMORPGs, and as we can see in the scene later on where Naofumi was upgrading his own shields, basically you could say that none of the other three heroes are wrong, right? You typically have to do all three of this stuff in order to get to better weapons, right? Of course, ultimately, I think it's all, you can just look at the stats and that would be enough to determine, which one is better, right? So the rarity system, I think this is pretty easy to understand. The rarity that we've seen so far, we've seen normal, we've seen rare, we've seen super rare, maybe it goes even higher, we don't know yet. But we do know that the item rarity can actually evolve as well, based on what we see within this episode with what Naofumi did to his sword. So it's not a case of, you have an item drop that's rare and then it'll always be rare. There's still some ways to improve it to make it super rare and make it level up, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is in regards to refinement. So this does have a, a plus system, if you will, that that is mostly found in MMORPGs and whatnot. So you can do, they didn't really show anything within this episode, but I'm assuming that they can also, craft, not just craft stuff, but also refine it, +1, +2, +3, maybe chance-based or whatnot. Here we see that Naofumi upgraded his Soul Eater shield to +6. Potentially can go higher, but that's also another way typically in games where you increase your stats. So we know it has that kind of system as well. And it also has a kind of awakening system, which I'm not really sure how that pertains to everything else, but you can awaken, or you can make basically improve a certain item, right? You can view it as an improved version of this item, individual, regardless of rarity or whatnot. So it also has that system as well. And finally, it has a proficiency system that I'm assuming is based on how often you use a particular item. And the more that you use it, the more stats that this item would gain as well. So we know that it's taking a lot of these different gamification systems from most MMORPGs, although I don't think it's more rare that, well, okay, I was going to say that it's quite rare that they have all these systems added together, but then again, I haven't played MMORPGs in quite a while now, so I'm not exactly certain what the latest, fad or trend for MMORPGs are. It could very well be that all these systems are added together, because if you think about it, it actually earns a lot more money for the for the developers as well, because nowadays, in order to get better gear, the more systems and more mechanics that are in place, the more that someone would have to spend money or time in order to max out all the stats, if you will. So that is, putting in all these different mechanics together is actually a good money earning strategy nowadays. So potentially it has all these systems added together. Okay, so that's the item system, and beyond that, like I said, the real interesting thing about this episode to me is how Naofumi eventually locked these systems because he believed in the other heroes, right? So I guess you can, in a sense, view this as a co-op game where all of them have to work together in order to unlock certain things, if you will. So I guess maybe that they each, the mechanics of this world is that each of them comes into this world with a particular subset of knowledge, and they are supposed to share this information and eventually, grow stronger together, because the more systems that you unlock, more mechanics that you unlock, the more different, stats and strengths that you can take advantage of, and that would put you on par with the monsters. Right, so maybe it potentially has this kind of meaning behind it. Although, again, I'm quite puzzled as to, are the other three heroes actually hampered by the fact that they played a game similar to this in their original worlds, and that's why they're so stubborn as to not accept the information from the other heroes. So is that in a sense different for them than from the previous heroes before? And if so, why did they actually have this kind of situation put onto them? Like, why was this time different from all the rest? I feel like that's also a important distinction to make going forward. Also, what else is there? Let's see. Now we went back to Raphtalia's village. Not really much to say there. I will say that the art there was fantastic. I did like the atmosphere and the entire background art and whatnot. That was pretty nice to watch visually. And so yeah, they are now on a ship heading towards an island with bonus XP, right? Now that line definitely brought me back to my MMORPG days, where especially since I play mostly Asian RPGs, man, the grinds. When a place with bonus EXP opens up, you'd be sure that everybody is heading there. And actually, that brings up something else as well, right? So maybe, potentially, this is going to be the first time where we meet people from other nations as well. Because I doubt that only the heroes would want to take advantage of this kind of situation. Something tells me that Archipelago might be kind of crowded. But we'll see. We shall see. Right, we got 3 episodes left episode 23, 24, 25 before the last episode. I mean, 3 episodes left for this season. Maybe 1 episode for training, 2 episodes for the final wave or whatnot, or it could be reversed, I don't know. But in any case, we are wrapping up this season soon. So whatever it is that they want to say, they better hurry up. Alrighty, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about for episode 22. Once again, I do enjoy them going back and talking more about the mechanics of this world more, especially in such a setting where they literally put the game screens onto the characters and let us see as well. It'd be nice to, you know, focus a little bit more on that part, at least for me. So, that's been episode 22, this has been Maverick, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.